All right, here we are with the Saturday morning grind, winning the Nvidia Generative AI Developer Contest. So, the due date for this contest is 7 o'clock on Monday, my time. So, this weekend is going to be a grind to finish this thing out. I've got a lot of work to do, so I really want to dive into it as quickly as possible. So, just to recap what's going on. NVIDIA is hosting this competition along with LangChain, where all you have to do in this competition is build some application using artificial intelligence with NVIDIA and LangChain technologies. You're required to use both. The application that I'm developing to win this competition is going to revolutionize the personal training industry because I am building an application to help personal trainers to create workouts for their clients, save a lot of time, have even more customized workouts than if they did it themselves because AI is just that good, and my application is really popping off. So what I've worked on at this point is I have the backend created. I have the whole process using LangChain and LangGraph to create these workouts day by day to create a set of workouts for a week for a client. And then I have it hosted using LangServe, and I proved that all out with a Python client, as well as in my last stream, I got the JavaScript client working in my front-end application. And so I'm using this Vercel Next.js AI chatbot front-end template where I've integrated my LangServe client there. And so I don't have anything displayed in the UI yet, but I have this button here where I click Generate Workout. It'll actually call my LangServe endpoint, get that JSON response from my AI, which is the list of workouts for the week, and then it'll send that to my front end. So that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, I'm making really, really good progress. What I need to really, really grind out this weekend is the UI for everything because I need to make it so that, first of all, there needs to be a form here when you first open a new chat. So these chats are each one is basically going to be a client that a personal trainer is generating workouts for. So the first thing I need to have is a form when you first start the chat, and it's going to be your input for my application, my AI that needs to know how many days this are like how many workouts are going to be in the week, how many days, certain requirements of the client, like their restrictions or their goals, or what kinds of workouts they might have a preference for, their access to gym equipment, their height and their weight, like all of those things need to be input into this AI to generate the workout. And so there's going to be a form where they input that, and then there'd be a button that'd be similar to this, but I'd actually like have it within some like nice looking card here, or after they put the input, they would click generate workout. And then what that would do is that would generate the workout for the first day. And then that comes back to the personal trainer. And so there'd be like a basically like a second card here where it would have that workout. And they can select alternatives there. They can type the free form text for the feedback here and then hit enter, generate the revision for that day. And then it would go on to the second day and repeat that cycle. And so what the chat's gonna look like here, very specifically, there'll be a card for the initial input, then the first workout, and then the user's feedback, and then the second workout, and then the user's feedback, and that'll repeat forever. Or I guess even more specifically, it'd be the first workout, user feedback, then the revision, and then the second workout. And then that would repeat. That would be the cycle. So that's what your chat history would look like. That's what I have to develop. That's going to take the most amount of time. Now, after that, what I need to work on is the left-hand side here because this all is going to change. It's not really going to be chat history. It's going to be more like a list of clients. And so instead of new chat, it's new client. And then within each client, you could start a new chat to generate their next week's worth of workouts. So that's what I got going on. So yeah, I think the very, very first thing to get started on this Saturday morning grind is to get that initial form set up here when you create a new chat. And the beauty of using the Vercel AI SDK, where it has like this whole chat history that it saves in the AI object, is when you start a new chat, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it have that form where they input everything for the AI to kick off the first workout. That form will be the first chat message, and it'll be from the AI, even though it's really just like there by default. And so it'll be a chat message because with the Vercel AI SDK, you can really easily use React components as chat messages. And so my React component will be the form that will be the first chat message. So that is what I'm going to get set up first. And within this Vercel template, the library for creating components, beautiful components, is shadcn. So I'll be using shadcn, which I never have actually used before. I've always used Material UI, and then like a lot of like custom stuff with Tailwind before. I've never used shadcn before, so this will be new, but it'll be good. I've also used Tremor before. Tremor is a really cool library for creating like admin dashboards and stuff. So it's not really something I'd use for this. And shadcn is given with this template anyway, and so I think it makes sense just to remain consistent there. But yeah, let's use shadcn. So the first thing that I have to figure out is how do I get a message to be there by default when I open up a chat? Because right now we have these defaults where it says like welcome to Next.js AI chatbot, and then it has like these cards right here. I don't want that. I want it to be like if I go to this chat right here, I want it to be like this, where there'd be like a message from the AI with a form, and like that would be the first thing, and there'd be like none of those little cards there where it's suggesting little things to ask it. So what I need to do is I need to figure out where that's actually set in the first place. So if I go to my actions, yeah, first of all, this is the nice little function I have right now that's going to be handling the creating of the first workout. And so my inputs, besides the chat ID, I'm going to have inputs for everything that the user is going to actually fill out on that form. And so that'll be passed in here instead of all these being hard coded like we had in my Python client. Now we're going to actually make it dynamic. But first of all, I have to get this form created. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm just calling that out because that's the last thing that I worked on in the last stream. Okay, so that function I'm not actually using. This is what I use as a reference to create the function I just showed. I'm having this here just to maintain it as a reference point, but I'm not using that anymore. And then let me go to down to the actual declaration of the AI objects. Like this is the AI object that is wrapping my entire chat. So this maintains the entire state. So I think this is where when you create a new chat, yeah, so initial AI state. I think I just add on to this array. And that's how I'd make the initial AI state be um, just like a single message. So I'm going to confirm that in a little bit here, but I want to just look at, because the other thing I want to look at is like, where does it decide, okay, there's nothing here, so I need to display this. I want to figure that out as well. I think that might be outside of the AI object in the component that actually displays the chat, but I want to take a look here. Okay. Actually, yeah, it's pretty short. I deleted a lot from this file already. It was like overwhelming at one point, but now it's definitely more manageable. Okay. Get a UI state from AI state. Okay, yeah, because that's what turns like the message type into the actual React component, which I'll definitely be using that. Um, yeah, because basically, like, I'm not using like tools directly like you would with like a GPT custom function. But I am using tools in the sense that basically every response from the AI is a tool because it's the response of the graph, which is the JSON that I need to display in a React component for the workouts. So, okay, that is good to know. All right, so if I go to the chat here, yeah, oh, okay, I think this is actually it. So if there are messages, then I display the chat list. Otherwise, I display the empty screen. And the empty screen is neatly named. Okay. This is, yeah, okay. That is exactly this. So I found this block right here, which is good. Now I want to know where these come from. Okay. So I basically don't want this ever because I'm never gonna have an empty screen because it's always gonna have one message to start. And so I guess the first thing I can do just to simplify this is um, I'm gonna always display the chat list no matter what because I'm gonna start with that form. I hope this doesn't crash anything. It should just make it so that this goes away. I'm surprised that it hasn't updated yet. I was having an issue earlier too, where it felt like my hot reloading wasn't working. Because if I refresh this here, maybe it's because I just have to create new chat. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, it's gone, so this is good, and that just clears up my code because I'm never gonna want that default there. And now I just want to get rid of these things as well. So I'm just kind of clearing the slate here to then insert the things that I actually want to have. So let me see. Um, yeah, I have to figure out where that actually comes from. And maybe it's something in the chat panel. Um, oh yeah, here we go, because these are the example messages. So if the message.length is equal to 0, then display these messages. And then for each one, when you click on it, it'll call that submit user message, which is a function within my AI object. So that makes sense. But yeah, I don't want this anymore. Um, I don't know what the share thing is either. Okay, the weird thing is I've seen this share component or like the part of the component a lot, but when I actually go to a chat, I don't see an option to like actually share it. I don't know. Oh, it's probably this, isn't it? Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I guess it's useful. I'm just trying to think like what I want to get rid of. I guess I'll just keep it. It doesn't really hurt. But like maybe like personal trainers could share workouts with each other. I mean, that's cool. As long as it doesn't mean a personal trainer uses it for other personal trainers, because the goal is to eventually like create this as a product that I'd actually sell. And so it'd be dope to make sure that I protect myself from a bunch of sharing, like Netflix had, for example. That kind of sucked. For them, way back in the day before they fixed it, where like you could just give someone your Netflix credentials and they could log in from their own house and never have to buy their own account. I mean, they fixed that now, but like that kind of thing I have to think of. So that's why I'm thinking about that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here because I need to focus on just making this good right now. So I'm gonna delete this because this div goes. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I delete from this div. All right. And then if I ever like need that back for whatever reason, I'll just go look at the source code again, or I can go back into my commits. Okay. So I lost my mouse. There it is. All right. All right. So this is good. This is nice and simple. It actually looks so blank. It's crazy. It's like I doubt myself. Like, did I delete more than just the example? Let me go back here. Because that is wow. No, I didn't. Okay. It just looks so bare without that. But that, I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna fill it with the form. Okay, so there we go. So now we got a blank slate, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to um yeah, I'm gonna populate that array with a message. I just got to remember this how like basically each message is an object that has different attributes to it. So I have to remember what they actually have. Um yeah, okay, so the message is what is content? Content message dot content. Is that well, that's just text. What if it's a tool though? Well, I'm just going to try this. So I'm going to say that the initial state is going to be not just in a blank array anymore. So let me make this look a little bit better here because this is going to be more expansive now. Okay. Let's say testing. Oh, oh, I actually need content there. That's content. All right, we got content. So let me go back to the chat and then, okay, so I think I know what's happening. My hot reloading is working. But that initial state is like basically like triggered when you click new chat. So let me try it again. Um, I guess I have to refresh because I'm already on a new chat. That did not work. Okay, interesting. I really thought that. Okay, so if I go here, and then if I click new chat again, okay, so the initial state, I'm not doing what I thought I was doing. Maybe it's because the initial UI state is an empty array. That might be the problem. Um, Okay, well, let me just take a look. So when a user submits a message, I have this function here. I update the AI state, so that's fine. And then do I ever update the UI state? That's my other question. Um, Well, where does the UI state actually get updated? Maybe it's here? Save chat. Um, Initial UI state. It doesn't like seem to actually get set anywhere. Because if I do a search on initial UI state, there's no other instance of it in this entire file. Um, and then like get UI state, like this function right here just calls this, which goes over the AI state. Interesting. I'm surprised this isn't working. Well, let me go to my chat list here. So it loops over the messages, and then each one it creates a div. So I mean, you'd think that'd be good. And where do I get messages? Well, messages is passed in from the chat panel, right? Oh no, it's passed in from chat, and I get messages from the use UI state. Okay. Well, where is the UI state set? That's my problem. I think that's my issue. Is I'm setting the AI state, but not the UI state. Because the UI state is an array of IDs and then displays, which are the React nodes. Um, okay, I think the way it works, I don't know how this works exactly, but it looks like what this function returns is the UI state. So the AI state is set internally in this function that queries the large language model, but the UI state is set as just something that's returned, which is kind of weird. So, yeah, how does that work? Because when I submit a message, um, let's see, where's the trigger? Where's my form? What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Okay, so, um, oh, yeah, okay, so the result of calling submit user message, that is actually added to um the messages array. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's how it's set. And it looks like set messages is something that's from just like an internal component. Like this isn't a function of my AI object, it's a function of the Vercel AI SDK. So that's why I wasn't able to see the function that actually sets the UI state and the AI component because that's somehow extrapolated out to just a function within the SDK, which is a little confusing to me. But that's all good because what I know I need to do now is just copy this object and set the initial UI state to this. And then the display would be um, a bot message with my content. So I can just say content is equal to. All right. So this should work now. Let's try this out. Um, New chat. Let me open up my server, make sure there's not an error. Okay, new chat. Still doesn't like that. There must be something more internal that I'm missing. Oh, okay. Well, actually, we got an error now. So that Or no, we didn't. Okay, I was able to refresh and then it just worked. Yeah, it's still not working. So why is that? I really thought that would now. I was like, all right, I got it. But that is not. Yeah, it's got to be something internal where like the whole AI thing, chat dot. What is chat dot messages? Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. So it's actually in the database. Let's store like if I this get chat. Okay, okay. So I think what I need to do is I actually need to like initially save a chat message. So let me go back to the chat list. No, no, that's just the display. If I go to the chat where I submit a user message, I'm all over the place right now. Let me clear that. Oh, I can delete example messages too, actually. That's good. All right, so um, Where am I going? What am I doing? Here we go. Now, this is where I submit. Okay, so when I set messages, where do I actually update the database? It must be in submit user message, isn't it? Oops. Let me control F, search that. Where do I save it? Save chat. I'm looking for the save chat call. I saw it earlier. Yeah, right here. Onset AI state. Okay. I think this is my problem. Is like when I set the initial value for the array of the AI state to this, it's not actually invoking the onset AI state. But I definitely need that to happen. Um, okay. Okay. So I wonder if there's an initialization function. Well, I got two options here. One, I can try to keep going down this route of having things set up initially and like having it handle like I'd have to like basically create a duplicate of this function or find some way to call this function even though I haven't actually submitted a message. Or what I could do is I can make it so that whenever you create a new chat, like if messages dot length is equal to 0, then I would just call a I think I actually might go that route. I'm gonna delete all this work here. But that's fine. I got it now. Um, that's fine. Okay. I think that's what I'm actually gonna do. So in my component now, instead of trying to like set that all up in the AI state and mess with that, that also makes my code more complicated. Right in here, I can just submit a message when the AI when there are no messages, I will submit a message, and it'll just be that AI message with the form. Um, yeah, yeah, right. Because I can. Okay, okay. Um, submit user message. This is because but the submit user message is not going to be called, but that actually updates the AI state. So this- okay, so I might need to do two things here. I need to update the UI state and the AI state. Honestly, this is a little confusing to me. I'm sure there's a reason that the Vercel AI SDK has it set up this way, but it's like just kind of weird that I have to like manage both things, and they're handled in different ways. Like, do you always set the AI state yourself, but then you set the UI state? Or, okay, I should say it this way. You set the AI state within functions in the AI object, but then the UI state is set through the UI, which I mean, like, I guess that makes sense, but it's just weird that I'm managing kind of like two of the same thing in different ways. Um, I don't know, but I'll work with this. I can definitely work with this. So in my chat, I think I would do it here. Um, let's see. When I do it here, because basically, like, when a new chat is started, I need to I need to do something. I guess in this use effect, this must be called whenever a new chat is started because it's setting a new chat ID. And where does it get the ID from? Is that just a part? That's just the parameter, I believe. Because in chat, how do I get this ID? Where does this come from? Um, just come chat is equal to get chat. Yeah, so this does come from the database. Okay. Yeah, because then this is based on the parameter that you're in. So like that's the actual thing in the URL here. If I go to this one, this is the ID of the chat. Okay, so when I set a new chat ID, I also need to. Oh, this bugs me that they don't have semicolons in their template here. I love using semicolons in JavaScript. Just keep. I think it's best practice, honestly. But yeah, so when I set a new chat ID, I would also need to update the AI state and the UI state. Or I could do it here because here I already have like the use actions. I might do it here in the chat panel. That kind of makes sense, right? Like um, um, yeah, let's do it here. So I'm going to add a use effect. Really, um, okay. I usually import use effect, so I don't have to do React use effect. But anyway, that's all right. And this is going to trigger right when the component is mounted. Or well, no, I'll have it change with min messages changes, and then I'm going to say if messages dot length, and then if it's zero, so if not messages dot length, and then um, I'm going to do all the good stuff where I update the states. So I actually I could do it here too. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna move that here. Prompt form. Um, yes. Okay. Messages. Wait, if I really don't have the messages, well, I guess that makes sense. Um, man, I'm just arguing with myself over tiny details. I am gonna have it here, and then I need to get this as well. 'Cause I want to set. Oh wait, no, I already have that. Oh, okay, okay. So I'm gonna copy where I set the messages, and then this is going to be what I was trying to have before, where it's the bot message. Where am I? Bot message. Like that. And then it's just gonna be content. Content. And then I'll import bot message. I know like right now it's in a stocks folder. I'll have to change up my file structure a lot as well, but I'll get to that. At this point, I just want to get this to work. So I set the messages. That's fine. Um, and that'll update the UI state. And now I need to update the AI state. I could just have the AI state be set in this default array here. Where am I? Right here. But I feel like that'd just be kind of dangerous. Like I'm actually like in the UI setting the UI state, but then in the messages I'm just like having it there already. I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me. So I want to kind of like have this function trigger both of those things. I think that is just better practice overall, just to make sure that like one thing isn't set by default and the other is actually like called from a function when the state or when the UI is refreshed for the new chat. So I got to think about how to do that because basically I want the submit user message to be invoked, but to not actually update the AI. I'd like want just this part of it where I would create. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy this function, and then I'm going to call this add workout form. And there's going to be no content because this is going to be the same no matter what. And then I'm going to delete like literally everything because oh shoot, I can't do that. Where can I delete from? Um, yeah, I don't need to return anything actually, so that's good. So because I literally just want to update the AI state, and so the messages is going to be assistant, and then the content is going to be content. Um, oh, I did that last time too, where I deleted the key. Okay, there we go. So then I'm going to add this function to one of the actions in the AI, and then I'm going to import it here. Sorry, I had to sneeze quick. All right. I don't know why submit user message was there before because that's used in the prompt form component. Um, yeah. Okay, it looks like my streaming software bugged for a sec. I just looked down and I noticed that it said it was about to end my stream. That's weird. I've seen that a couple times where it'll like cut out for a bit. I don't know if my internet's choppy or what. That's too bad. But anyway, um, okay, yeah. So in my chat panel, I got so sidetracked there. Add workout form. So if messages is empty, I want to set messages, and then I also want to call add workout form. That doesn't take any parameters. It also doesn't return anything either. So I should just be able to call those two things and be good because it's going to well, I guess I no, because I need to save the chat. Where do I save the chat again? Save chat. That is on. Oh no, that's good because on set AI state. So I actually set the AI state, and so it is going to save the chat. I think this order is right. Um, well, because okay, what's the order? So I am setting the UI state first, and then the AI state. Is that correct? Is my question, and that would go back to I would just see how it's done when you submit a message. So submit user message that updates the AI state, and then the UI state is updated. Right. Well, actually, it's kind of interesting because it sets because you have both the user and the AI. So first, it sets the UI state for the user. Then submit message sets the AI state for the user. And then it sets the AI state for the AI, and then this sets the AI state or the UI state for the AI. So it goes user, user, AI, AI. So I guess I don't think it really matters because for the user, it's the UI state first, but then for the AI, it's the AI state first. I am throwing around so many terms here, but I think what that's telling me is because it's flipped for the UI and the user, it doesn't really matter. So I think this is good. I'm trying to be like really exact here because I want this to work. But I think I should be good. So I'm going to click new chat. It did not work. Add workout form is not a function. Screw you. It is a function. What am I doing wrong? Um, no, that should be good. Oh, I wonder if it's like not defined in the use effect for some reason. Because I know that that for sure is defined. No, okay, we're good. Nice. I don't know why there's two of them, but we're getting there. Why would there be two? I wonder if I just have to call add workout form. Well, okay, let me try this. I'm gonna try one at a time. So I'm gonna copy, we're gonna refresh this, go here, and then do a full refresh. And it said content twice. Wait, okay, what? It's because I'm in the same chat. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what? I'm so confusing myself. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna click new chat, and there's content twice. Okay, that doesn't. That's not quite right. Okay, that's weird. Because then, like, when I go here, there's just content once in a specific chat. But if I click on new chat, there's content twice. Wow. Okay, that's weird. Um, well, okay, add workout form. Maybe I just need to call add workout form. That might be my issue, which is kind of nice because then I have like that little function I just have to call in the front end component. So add workout, because what this does is it updates the AI state. Oh yeah, I think that is all I need because then when I set the AI state, then I actually update the chat, and then the UI state would just come naturally from that. Because yeah, right, right, yes. Let me do that. So I'm gonna bring this back, and then I'm going to well, I'm gonna leave this just in case. I'm gonna comment it out because I don't want to remove that if I need it in the end. So I'm gonna actually keep that. Go back to my terminal. I'm gonna delete this one and then do a full refresh. So I guess I don't need to update the UI state. That's a little confusing because the AI state like is transformed into the UI state through that function, that get UI state from AI state. Why is this here? Okay, that's bugging me. Content. It's weird. I must be doing this in the wrong function. I think I was right that I needed to actually like add that form when you click new chat, like in that other use effect. Now it's just clocking forever. What are you doing, front end? Why is it clocking? I'm gonna try refreshing it here. Okay. Yeah, it keeps adding. That's weird. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing this right. I need to call add workout form in a different place, I'm pretty sure. Because it's like before it even loads a chat, it's adding content, so it's like creating a new chat, which is not good. Because like every time I refresh, it's gonna add a new content, isn't it? Yeah, that's not good. All right, let me delete these. Um, delete. It's gonna get. Oh man, that is busted code. All right. Well, first of all, I know I don't need this anymore, so I can remove this. But I need to do this in a better way. Um, 'Cause I need to call add workout form. I wish there was a way. Man, this must be the right place to do it. Set new chat ID, because at this point I have a new ID. I'm just gonna do it here. So I'm going to copy this. I'm gonna delete it. I know this is wrong. I don't need to save that because like that was just like really not what I intended. And then I'll delete that as well. Just keep this simple. Save and then um okay. Problem is I need a lot more information because I need to know the messages. I need to make sure the messages is 0. Um I guess I already have that here. That's nice. So I'll say if messages dot length or if not messages dot length, then I'll add the workout form. And this needs to be um I need you back for a sec. All right, because I need that actions here as well. Use actions, and I can import that. Yep, and then chat is wrapped within AI, so I yeah, the use actions is going to call the right thing. Okay, so if the message, at this point, I assume this use effect is called whenever a new chat is created, and at that point, I'll add the workout form. So let's give that a shot. So first of all, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to delete. Wait, is it recompiling? It's like nothing's happening when I click now. That's not good. Oof. I might have busted it because it's not letting me. Yeah, let me just refresh. Maybe it's just stuck. Feels like it's stuck. Now it's not reloading at all. That's not good. I'm gonna figure this out like that. There is a proper place where I can say like once a new chat is loaded and I'm in an empty screen, then I can add a workout. And I know that it worked. Like it added a message successfully. And right now it's just a basic text, but I can just switch that bot message out for like let me go back to the bot message. I can just switch the bot message out for where are you? Um, add workout form. Like I'll switch this out to for an actual component, right? I can do that because I would just say message dot content dot map. Um, yeah, so I would just customize this function where I would make it spit out instead of just a bot message, where because the content is a string right now. But if I make it an object where I have like the tool name. I would probably change this up and then like the result, and then it would have a React component, which would be the form. So that's good. Um, yeah, but I can't I can't click these anymore, so I'm not doing. Oh no, it's still loading. Okay, I'm gonna restart my entire site because this is like just busted. Get out of here. Um, I think I don't know why. Next.js does that once in a while. Like Next.js is wonderful, but like sometimes it just like doesn't load or it crashes and stuff. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. We'll see. Because now we'll do the real test. Like when I reload this now, if I still can't click a new chat, then I know that I've got an issue. Let's see here. Do I have a maybe I have a browser error? That might actually be a problem. Layout.js, unexpected end of output. That's weird. Okay, let me try refreshing. Oh, no, that worked. Okay. Well, it's creating content again. I still can't. Oh no, I can click it now. Okay. All right, so let me delete these. Okay, that did not work because I deleted it and now I can't click things again. So that is definitely scuffed. Oh, well, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. But this is the wrong place. Definitely the wrong place. Hmm. I just need to figure out where to put this thing. It's not here. It's not in this. I'm gonna delete this. It's not in this at all. It's got to be somewhere else. I don't need empty screen either. I can clean that up. Okay. Um, where would I do that? Because another thing I have to keep in mind is when I let me refresh this because I want to be able to click on these things again, and I can at least delete them now that I have that code removed. I have it just copied to my clipboard. When you first come to the UI, you have a chat, but you don't have an ID. So I assume like once I type a message here, then it would actually, gosh, it's still stuck on. Give me a break. I'm just restarting the server again. I'm doing that on my other monitor. That's why you see me looking down and you don't see anything happening. Okay. So I assume what happens is when you first type a message, when you have just like the blank URL without a chat ID, I assume it creates a new chat. And I'm gonna test that quick here. In fact, I could even do that in the example. So I'm gonna try this here. Okay, so now if I say something, hello, yeah, it opens up a new chat. Okay. I want that form there, even if there isn't a new chat yet. So I can't just go because what I was thinking of doing is like if the chat ID is there and the messages is blank, then put in the form. Um, Actually, no, maybe that's fine because I I don't want the same kind of thing that a chat bot has, where like you don't have to select anything on the left-hand side. You can just start typing, and then it'll end up creating a chat. Because I want it where you select the client on the left-hand side. So I do actually need it so that nothing would display there for the chat until you select a client. So I can actually go that route. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to make it so that if the ID is there, can I delete these stupid things now? If the ID is there and there's no content, then add the content. So yeah, let me do that. So I'm gonna yeah, delete these guys. 'Cause I actually don't want this chat displayed by default, unfortunately. Um, because that means I have to change more things to make it so it's not displayed by default. But that's fine. If I click on new chat, well, that's another problem. When I click on new chat, it doesn't automatically create the chat ID. I actually have to wait until I send a message. Um, okay. Hmm. Okay. Maybe I do need to go that route of an initialization function. It would definitely make things more convenient. So I could like set the initial UI state and AI state, and then have some initialization function that would actually call this basically to then actually save the chat. So yeah, I might need to do that. I just wish I knew where this UI state gets updated, because what I had before might have been good. Oh, it's too bad I can't go back and add that back in. I should have just deleted it. Um, I don't even know if I need, because like this makes more sense than like me having this whole list maintained by itself, because then I'm able to just transform the AI state into the UI state. I don't know. Maybe I just need to set this. Um, yeah, I'm gonna look at the documentation for create UI or create AI, and then I'm just gonna see if there's an initialization function for cell AI SDK create AI, because there might be something here that I can use. Oh, actually, there's not. Literally, the only things that are available is what I already have in there. Okay, on set AI state, it triggers whenever you update or a done or update is called in the mutable AI state. Mutable get mutable AI state, and then I can say dot done. What is the difference between dot done and dot update though? Um, can I get mutable AI state? Returns the mutable AI state. What is the type though? Let me go back to my code and determine that. Oh, opening the wrong thing. Um, AI state is mutable AI state. Okay, mutable state. Oh, I don't want the get function. I want the type. Do I? Ugh, man, are they not actually? Man. All right. Um. Oh no, this is fine because this is what I was trying to look for. Okay, so updates AI state, and then done up also updates AI state, but it marks it as finalized and closes the stream. It makes sense. But there's not an initialization function for me to call that anywhere is the problem. Like ideally what I do is I just like have some function that when the AI is initialized, it updates the AI state to have that form for the input, and then it would call AI state dot done, and then that would set everything. It's ideally what would happen. Um, hmm, what does submit user message do? Because another thing I'm missing is maybe I'm fine. Like I'm creating the content. All right, let me just look at this. I'm at a loss for words 'cause I'm thinking so hard now. Because what I'm thinking, trying to figure out now is like, where is that ID actually created for the chat when I submit a message? Like, is it save chat? Is that actually what? Let me do that. I'm gonna go to utils, save chat. Or no, it's not utils. Um, well, shoot. Where is this? Where does this come from again? Save chat. This comes from oh, app actions. Okay. So I get the session. and then I get the chat ID. What if this chat ID is not? That's what I don't understand. Where is the chat actually created? Is it get chat? Okay, right. So what I'm trying to understand is when is the chat ID created? Like I know when you send the first message, the chat ID is created, but where in the code does that actually happen is what I'm trying to figure out. Um, hmm. Set new chat ID. Oh, it's here. It's here. Because this is saying if I'm not in a specific chat yet, but the messages is equal to one, like the first chat was sent, now I need to go to the chat ID. Where's the use local store? What is that come from? It's a libhook. Okay, let me take a look at that quick. Use local storage. Oh no, that's just basic. Okay, I don't care about that. So because I might have to do something here. You know what? I think I'm overcomplicating this way too much. This sometimes you just need to step back for a sec. Because you know what I should do? I shouldn't even try to make this the first message. I should just make it so that, or like make it the first message in the AI state. I should just make it so that in the chat list. Oh, dang it! I removed it. Give me back my chat list. I should just make it so in the chat list, the list of messages is um the current messages that I get from the AI state, but with the form appended to the start of it. Like I I should not be overcomplicating this. That is that's my problem sometimes, but okay. Yeah. All right. Starting message is equal to um yeah, I need goodness gracious. This is gonna this is gonna be so much better. I'm literally just gonna do this. So the ID is going to be I'm just gonna call it starting message. Or I'll call it workout form. And then the display is going to be a bot message. And this one oops, I'll just import it. Um, and then the content is going to be content. Okay. And so then it'll be concat dot map. Okay. And then it's giving me UI state. I need this to be of type UI state. Um, object literal. Shoot. Deal with this crap. Um, no, that's not gonna help. What is the problem here? Oh, it's because okay, never mind. UI state is a form, isn't it? And I'll just do it like this. Okay, so I'll just make it an array of a single. All right, so now we're good. Yeah, this is so much simpler. I was overthinking it too much because I'm trying too hard to just like use the functionalities of the AI. Vercel SDK, but it's not worth the pain. So yeah, I'm refreshing here. Um, Actually, that didn't work. Hello. Yeah. Yikes. Um, yeah, there's some problems with this because it thinks that like it doesn't have the separators and stuff, and it doesn't display it initially because it thinks that the number of chat messages is 0. So I need to fix that. Because where am I actually displaying the chat messages? I got the chat list here, messages, chat list. Actually, why is that not working? Um, Let me try this. I think that this will fix the separator issue. Yeah, okay, so that fixes the separator issue. But the problem is when I create a new chat, it's not displaying that first message, which is interesting because the messages is like there is a message now. Yeah, I see. Okay. I just need to remove this. That simplifies it anyway. Okay. So now we have the form. So this will be my form. Man, that took way too long. But that is all good. Sometimes when you're developing things, you get through hurdles, or you have to get through a hurdle where it's like you feel like you're not making a ton of progress, but you understand the whole thing a lot better once you're through it. And that's where I'm at now. So like I understand a lot of what I need to actually do now going forward with this form and how to manage the state. I understand the UI state, AI state a lot more now. So yeah, this is good. Okay, that part sucked though. What happened there? It removed my chat. Okay, I'm gonna delete these and try that again because that was not good. Hold on. Let me do a refresh here. Okay, content. Hi. That worked. Testing. Cool. Okay, so new chat. Hello. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Sup. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know why it bugged. I thought I really messed up something, but we're good. That all worked great. And it starts with the content at the top. So this is good. This is really good. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to actually make this a form, a ShadCN form where I can provide the inputs. Okay, there's a couple of things with this because the first thing is like by default, this actually works nice. I don't need to select a client on the left-hand side because I could just make it so the form is like default, like you can fill in all the criteria of like their access to equipment, their goals, their weight and height, like all that. But then on the left-hand side, when you click a client, it would autofill it with the things that you already have defined for them. So I think that's actually good. So what I'm going to need to do is create a form where it has all of these values that you have to fill in for the input for my AI to generate the workouts. They'd be blank by default. Then I'd also need to have a state that manages, like when you select a client, it would have all those things pre-populated. I think I'm going to start out with like, developing it the blank way, and then later I'd have to think about how I would actually have the state for. So when you select a client, it would put all of their information in a piece of state that would then pre-populate the form for you. So you could tweak it if you want, but you could also just go with what you already have set. So that way, like if their height and weight haven't changed and their access gym equipment hasn't changed, whatever, you don't have to like retype all those things when you generate the next week for a client. So I think that's good. Um, Makes sense. Okay. So I gotta make sure I don't try to do too many things at once here. Um, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna start by making a form. So the first thing that I need to do, that is the wrong application window. Let me go back. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to make a new component. And so I'm gonna make a new folder, because I'm not using stocks anymore. Um, I'm gonna use a new component and call it workouts. Let's call it workouts. That's good. And then within workouts, I want a new component and I want to call it workout form. And this one is going to accept no content because it's just going to be because well like what the things I'm going to pass into it is going to be the state of the client, but I'm going to get that from a different place. I'd have to think about how to actually set that. It might be something that I have in the AI. Actually, yeah, I could manage that in the AI state because I could literally have a another piece of the AI state where it's like the client information. I think that would actually be good because then I can manage the AI state in other places, right? Um, yeah, well, actually, how do I get the AI state? Can I do that? Because I can get the UI state. No, yeah, use AI state. So I just called it use AI state hook within my workout form, and that would give me all of the client information that I'd feed in as the default values for the form. Okay, so that's nice. I'm gonna remember that. Okay, so workout form, and I'm gonna import that from workouts. Perfect. And so now I just need to make a form, which I've never used shad CN before, so this is gonna be new. It's kind of interesting because this itself is a form, but it's really basic. Like this isn't using shad CN, I don't think. Why wouldn't they? Um, Interesting. Because these components UI, all of these are the shad CN components, I believe. Because okay, I'm used to something like Material UI, where for every component you want, you just import it from the library. But ShadCN is different because when you want a component, you have to actually install it individually, and so it puts it in your folder. So it like basically makes up the code as a part of your project versus it just being a third party thing that you import, which I think is cool because it allows you to actually customize things. Like I can go into the button here and I can customize something if I want to add like a new area label or if I want to add a new class or whatever it might be. So I like that, but it is new. So I have to get used to that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this entire prompt form and put it in the workout form, and then I'll look at Shadcn and how I can actually um, get that form component because I don't want to just have the default HTML form. I want to use ShadCN more. I'm kind of surprised that the Vercel template didn't use the ShadCN stuff more for the form. Um, okay, so I'm going to call this workout form.tsx and then paste in this. And then this is going to be instead of prompt form, workout form. Okay, and then in my chat list, I need to there you go. Okay. So now doesn't have an error for the import. It just does for where I use it because I need to remove the props. Right, because I don't think I need the ID or the input or the set input. None of those things matter. So I'm gonna remove all props for now. I think that'll keep it simple. And then I don't need this. Yeah, I think it's good for now. Yep, so no errors this for this anymore. And then for the form, I obviously have errors, but that's just because I need to remove where I'm just doing all this stuff that is in the prompt form. Okay, let me think about what I can delete here. Mm, well, first of all, I don't want this because I don't need to focus in on this to start. Um, okay, and then what else don't I need? So when the form is actually submitted, um, I don't need to do any of this because I'm going to call a custom function. Yeah, because when this form is submitted, I'm not actually going to be adding a user message because there's no free form text at that point. Like you fill out the input for the workout, it'll generate the workout, and then the very next message is going to be the AI again with the first day workout unrevised. So I really don't need that. In fact, I don't need any of this. I'm going to delete all this for now because I'm going to use shadcn for the form anyway. I'll just do a paragraph, and just say test. And then that'll be my component right now. So let me make sure this actually works. So I'm going to go back to the AI, and yes, it works. That's good. It doesn't have the AI symbol anymore, but I think that's actually good because I don't really need that next to the form. I guess, does it do that? I guess it has that for all the other ones. Like if I go to like one of the stock components, like stock purchase, does it have the actually, how does that work? I'm curious how they get, because maybe I do want that just because it looks kind of nice and it keeps it looking like a chat. So if I do bot card, where's bot card? I think the bot card is what wraps it. Yeah. Okay. Because I do a bot card with the child. Okay. Well, let me do that. I can actually do that right now. So I can just do bot card and then like that, and then I just have to import it. Um, well, I guess it's from, I don't really want that stocks folder. I'll get rid of that later, but right now this will be good. So let me go back to, yeah, here we go. All right, so good. Now we have the icon there. I guess I might as well have that. It looks kind of nice, even though the form will be massive, but we'll go with that. Okay, so now what I need to do is now I need to actually get the shadcn form. And the way I'm going to do that is just look at the documentation. Um, because I don't know exactly, yeah, React hook form, and it'll tell me how to install it as well, I believe. Yep. So npx shadcn latest add form. So I'm going to clear my UI here. I can actually, or my CLI. I'll bring this here. npx shadcn UI latest add. I could have just copied it, but it's quick to type. Okay. Need to install the following packages. Okay, I should have them installed already. Let's just see what happens. This is kind of weird. Um, Whatever. I just hope it puts it in the same place. Okay, hold on. PNPM is not recognized as an internal external command. Why is it using PNPM? I think this might be something with the Vercel template, whereas using PNPM, and I don't really know what that is. I've never used PNPM, whatever the frick that means. So let me go back to package.json. Is it referenced here at all? Kind of confused. I'm also confused why it said that shadcn is not installed. I guess it's because they installed the things they needed and then put them in the UI folder, and then they were just like, all right, it's good. Now we don't need shadcn as a dependency. Yeah, because it's not even a dev dependency. Okay. Well, why are you using PNPM? What does that even mean? PNPM. Shadcn is not referenced here either. Um, is it in the TS config? I really don't know what PNPM is. Components.json. No. Schema. Oh, what is this? This references shadcn. Weird. Or next config. No. Okay, I'm gonna go to the template. Yeah, I'm gonna delete these. Delete. I got a lot of tabs open. That is too much. Um, Go to the GitHub here. AI chatbot. Okay, so it has shadcn, so I know it uses it. Running locally. PNPM. What the heck is PNPM? I wonder if it's something with the Vercel CLI. What is PNPM? Oh, it's just an alternative to NPM. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know if I want to deal with that right now, though. because I know npm is bloated. It's slow, it's bloated, but I'm fine with that. Honestly, I don't know. Like I don't really have. I've never really had a huge qualm with it before. So it's kind of frustrating that I have to deal with this. Um, because the other thing is like, what if yeah, um, right? Because yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I can just manually add the component instead of using the whole install method. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. So I'm gonna close out of these things, and then within UI, I have form. Oh, it already put it here. Oh, is this the same? Let me do a diff check. I want to do a diff check to see if it's the same as what I. So that what I copied there on the left hand side, that's what the Shad CN docs gave me, and then what I have on the right hand side, that's what I actually have in my code. And the only difference, oh, there actually are differences. Um, I mean, those are tiny. I'm just gonna go with what I have in my code right now. Okay, so that's good. The only thing that's missing then is there's one dependency that this form has, and that is the React hook form. So I'm going to do an npm install of that, and it will not be using npx, so it won't go to npm. So this should work. React hook form. There, maybe the name of the library is different, so this might not work. But okay, that work. Are you happy now? Yeah, you're happy now. Okay, so I have a form. All right, we're good. We're good. So now within my workout form, I will just import that. So Um, yeah, import form from components UI. Not from, goodness gracious. Okay, form. Okay, so we got a form. Good, good. And now I'll just go to the documentation to see. Okay, so first you have to create a Zod schema. So that's basically just like typing for the form. That makes sense. That's nice. Um, use form hook. Cool. Build your form. Cool. Can I just see the exact code? Is that what that is? Did I just copy all the code? I don't know why I'm just pasting it. Okay, I think that's got it. It's good. Let me go back to my code here and just paste this in. I'm gonna paste this in the bottom here just to see what I got. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna take the form and then I'm gonna paste that here. Well, actually within bot card. I'm gonna paste it within bot card like this. Yeah, make sure I have that tabbed right. And then I need all of the right imports. So, um, oh wow, there's a lot here. Okay, let me do that. Let me add these. Okay, so I like to separate out my local imports from my non-local ones. Okay, let me just paste all this. Okay, so I am missing some other dependencies that I'll have to figure out, but that's fine. I don't have I don't have the toast either. Do I need the toast? What is the where is the toast used? Um, I do not need the toast because I'm not gonna be displaying a toast when they submit because it's just gonna have the loading thing within the form itself saying that it's starting the to load the workout. So that is good. I don't need these either. I don't need. Well, actually, I might end up using tooltips, so I'll keep those. I just need to make sure I have Zod installed. That's the main thing. So okay, let me. I do not like the way that they organize their imports here. This is messy as heck. Because basically I have like three types of imports. I have my third-party imports, then I have my local ones with their local from a component library, and then I have my local ones. So this looks better to me now. Well no, except I need this. I'm anal about my imports, but that's fine because I feel like it just makes my code look cleaner because it's just more organized than where I'm actually importing things. Okay, so I need this installed. Hook form resolver. I'm gonna try an npm install with this directly and see if that works. I don't know if it's actually called that. Um, I mean, it worked immediately. Is this, does the documentation give me the dependencies? Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right. Probably have all these things already except this. So I'm gonna just go here. I think it was just the same thing. Yeah, okay. So Zod is one thing within resolvers, so we should be good now. So let me go. Yep, okay. All right. So now we're good. And then I just need, okay, so I have this already. And then I have the on submit, and then I have the input form. So I'm going to move these all up to the top in my component right here. And then on submit, I'm just going to console log right now. Form submitted with, and then I'll just do a separate console log to log out the data here so I can just see that that's all working. Okay, so at this point, the form is just going to have the username. I'll have to like actually map that out and define everything. That'll be the next big thing that I do. Uh-oh, I got an issue here with the brackets. Why are my brackets messed up? Um, I just, okay, okay. Boom. Seriously, all these things are dull. They're space. I use tabs. I know I probably shouldn't. Like in general, it definitely seems like it's best practice to use spaces. But I am just very comfortable with using tabs. So this bugs me. All right. There we go. I just want that all aligned there. Okay, so I think we're good now. I don't have an error anymore. So now if I go back to my site and I'm going to delete these ones. All right, something's happening. Failed to fetch. Okay. Oh, it's because my site's not running right now, so I need to go back and run it. Okay. Move this back to my other terminal. All right, so now I will refresh. And now there should be a form at the top of the chat instead of that test text. And that's where I'll be able to now define the schema for the form to actually input things for generating that first workout and calling langserve. I really want to get to the point where I can do that. Okay, yep, this looks good. It's jank right now, but this is exactly what I want. So let me delete this. And then the other thing I'll probably do is make it so that the form can't is like disabled once you have generated the first workout. And so you can still have that there as the chat history to be able to see like this is the input that I originally gave. So I want that. I don't want the form to go away. So like this looks good. The fact that you saw that along with all the other chat messages in a full history was good. I just have to make sure you can't like change the inputs because it wouldn't do anything. So I should tell the user like, hey, like you can see the form still, but like you're not going to be able to do anything with it. So yeah, this is looking good. This is perfect. And then if I type something in here and then click on submit, there you go. The username is that blob of text that I put in. So this is perfect because literally all I'm going to have to do now is when the form is submitted, I'm going to take this data, I'm going to extrapolate all of the different things I need, like the client requirements, their access to gym equipment, blah, 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 take all those things, and then I'll call this generate workout function within my AI object to actually generate the workout. And like all the things that I have hard coded here, that's going to be what I input in the form. So this is great. This is awesome. I guess the other thing I need is the chat ID because I don't have that available in here. I gotta I gotta think about how to get that in the prompt form. I have the chat ID. Well, where does that actually come from? I'm gonna figure that out quick. Chat panel. Um, the ID is passed in as a prop from, yeah, okay. So chat list. Okay, yeah. So let me do that quick. So within the chat, I'm going to give a new prop, which is the ID of the current chat. And it's complaining right now because I need to add that to here as a prop ID. And then the ID is going to be of type, what is it here? Is it just a string? Wait, what? It's a string or undefined. Okay, okay. String or undefined. Okay, so now I have the ID, and then I can pass the ID into the workout form. So I guess I do need a single prop here, which is just the ID. And then in my workout form, I will call this ID. I like to add some space here to make it look nice. And then ID is going to be of type string or undefined. And then I guess just to make this clearer, I'm going to call it chat ID and change that here. I want this to be pretty explicit because I need to know that like that the chat ID maps directly to the chat ID, which is going to be the first parameter of my generate workout function. Okay, so there we go. That is good. So now I'm ready to actually define the schema for my form. And I'm going to actually take a break. I don't even know how to pause a stream, but I want to take a break and come back after because I need to eat food. Um, okay, how about this? Here's what I'm going to do. Creating the schema for the form is going to take a bit, and it's not going to be super fun. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually end the stream here, and I'm going to define that schema off stream because I don't really know how to best like pause a stream and not have that be super jank. And I'll look into that later because I'll definitely need to do it at some point, especially when I'm really, really grinding tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream and then I'm going to come back for the next stream later this afternoon with the form fully defined and ready to go. And then maybe work on some styling on the stream and have that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to end the stream now. And then I'll come back later today because I'm grinding out like this. Most of this weekend is going to be grinding out this front end because I need this to be done by Monday at 7 p.m. my time. I'm Central Time, so 5 p.m. Pacific time is the cutoff for this Nvidia competition. So I'm going to win it. I'm going to grind it out this weekend and get it done. So I will see you later this afternoon for another stream.